Hey there, Nick here. In this video, we're going to go over how to use the get diff command with a -- staged flag, and that's going to allow us to see a diff of all the files that we staged to be commit, but we didn't commit them yet. So in this repo here, I just have a simple initial commit here, and it's just a readme file here with hello world in there. And if I do a get status, we can see that there are no changes to be staged here. Basically, there's nothing new to commit. But if I go to this one file here, and let's say that I add a new line here, like, okay, cool, we do a get status, and we see what we expect to see, right? We can potentially stage these changes to be commit. And there's lots of ways to do that, right? We can do get add all, we can do it straight on the readme file, we can do get add -p here. I've made videos about this one in the past. I'll leave a link to that one in a card. But in this case, it makes sense, right? Like, okay, cool. We actually have something to be commit here. But I'm not gonna do that just yet. But if I run a get diff command here, we can see right away that, like, okay, we have a diff here. We have an empty new line as well as some new text here. Okay, cool. Even with Vim here in the sidebar, we can see that we have some new lines here. That's because I'm using a Vim plugin called Vim Signify. I'll leave a link to that one in the description. Maybe I'll make a future video about that one specifically. But in this case, everything is working normal. But let's go back to get add p here. Yes, let's make those changes here. But now if I run a get diff, then it is going to come up empty. In fact, if I jump back over to Vim, we will see these icons go away because the file has already been staged to be commit. And this is where using the staged flag comes into play. So if you run this command now, we will see the stage diff here, which is all the files that have been staged to be commit versus the latest commit using the flags that we just ran here. So we can basically see our diff. And I do actually do this in my day-to-day pretty often because oftentimes I'll, make whatever changes that I want. Then I'll do get add p usually to stage these commits or changes to be commit. But then, maybe just before I do the commit, I would like to do a get diff -- stage basically as just a sanity check to make sure that I have everything that's good to go. And also, in case you're wondering, there is an alias to this called get cached, and that does the exact same thing. So if I run that, we can just see the same thing here. Technically, I think the cached flag came before staged and then staged came after. I don't know the exact versions of when that alias came into play, but if you did check out Git's official documentation, it does say that the staged flag is a synonym to the cached flag. I guess they added the staged one here because it's a little bit easier to set up a mental model of like, okay, what do you want to do? Well, I want to see a get diff on the files that were staged. I guess cached also makes sense in that degree, but for me, yeah, the stage just makes way more sense of being, making that association. Although I will say, muscle memory wise, I have used get diff -- cached all the time. Using stage is actually still pretty new to me, so I'm still trying to get used to it. In fact, if you watch previous videos or maybe even future videos, I may actually use this instead. But in any case, I'm trying to train myself to always use this variant instead. So let us know in the comments below which one you prefer. And then, yeah, that's it for this video. It's going to be a super short one, but if you are using get on the command line, these are things that you would be potentially doing in your day-to-day. With that said, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up because it really does help a lot. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video.